Welcome to Sabattis, Maine, on a beautiful, temperature-wise anyway, Saturday morning for high school softball, the Mountain Valley Conference Championship game here at Oak Hill. It's a battle of the Bulldogs. The defending state champs from Halldale, the most successful program in Class C history from Madison, getting together once again in this MVC title game. My name is Rob Kennedy along with Tim Sewell, and you're looking at two teams. One in Madison that has really been to the top recently with the state championships in 2019, 18, 16, and 14. And a Halldale program that's been nipping at their heels for several years. Beat them last year to go to the state championship. They are the defending champs after all. Changing the guard maybe, but it's difficult to knock off a team with a resume that Madison has and take their spot at the top.
Yeah, I think when you looked at it at the beginning of the year, Rob, I think this is a game, people circled both these teams to be in this game. I think people are expecting them to be in that Southern Regional Final next week, and here we are.
Pitching matchup today is going to be a good one. Brooke McKinney has been dynamite pitching every pitch so far this season for the Madison Bulldogs, and her strikeout number is extremely impressive. 94 innings, 189 Ks overall with just 11 walks. Hard to score against her. Halldale did get 6 last time out up in Madison a few weeks ago.
Yeah, this Halldale lineup likes to see a lot of pitches, and they grind 1 through 9, and they wear pitchers down, and they scored late in that game.
Ashlyn Donahue was in the circle today for Halldale. It's a different pitcher than the last time these two teams met. Rita Benoit did the throwing last time out. It's Ashlyn Donahue today. Talk about the two pitchers a little bit, Tim, and just what the difference is between the two. Is both of them very, very good at what they do, but a bit different style-wise.
A little bit different. Ashlyn's a little bit more of a power pitcher. She has some movement pitches. She's got a solid changeup, but she likes to come after you, keep the ball down, and throw hard. Rita relies on a little bit more movement, a few miles an hour slower, ridiculous changeup. Just two different styles. I wouldn't be surprised to see them both go today.
Let's take a look at the lineups. We'll start with the visitors for Madison. Their batting order looks like this. Landon Landry will start off at shortstop. Batting second, Arabelle Linkletter. She's in center field today. Just mentioned Brooke McKinney. She can do it with a bat as well. She's batting third for Madison. Lillian Levesque rounds out the battery. She's the catcher, batting fourth. Second base today, batting fifth, Regan Cowan. Haley Paquette's batting sixth. She's at first base today. Jillian Bonito's in left field. Number 7 will bat seventh. Abby Linkletter's out in right. She'll bat eighth. And Mackenzie Robbins rounds out the pack. A straight 9 for Coach Chris LeBlanc and the Madison Bulldogs. She'll be playing third base. Halldale looks like this. Straight 9 for them as well. And their coach, Steve Aceto. Zoe Sewell will lead off and do the catching today for Halldale. Tori Tibbetts, she'll be at second base batting second. Rita Benoit in right field bats third. Lily Platt over at third base, the cleanup hitter today for Halldale, followed by Tanley Tibbetts out in center field. Ashlyn Donahue, the pitcher, batting sixth for Halldale. Then Lexi Wright out in left field, batting seventh. Emma Sewell at short bats eighth, and Sammy Thornton rounds things out for Halldale. She's at first base, and she'll bat ninth today. Halldale 15-0. They are the defending state champs. They've stopped a string of 4 regional titles in a row from Madison with their win last year, and they're riding a 33-game win streak. Last time they lost, June 8th, 2019, almost 3 years ago, an 18-11 defeat to Sockopee in the C-South semifinals. Madison just one blemish on the record. They have 14 shutouts this season, allowed 13 runs, 6 to Halldale in that 7-6 or in that 6-1 victory for the Bulldogs back a few weeks ago. 15-1, I mentioned, is their record. They are the defending MVC champs. A game that we hoped to have last year was this one, Halldale and Madison. Didn't come to fruition. Like many other things during the sports seasons last year, COVID got in the way.
COVID got in the way. Halldale got back in time, just in time for playoffs last year.
So looking at that trophy just off to our right, a lot of Madison on there. In fact, they've won every single one since 2014. Mount Abram, the last team to win a title that's not the Madison Bulldogs. So teams on the field, we're getting set to go. Baseball going on behind us. Speaking of Mount Abram, they're taking on a very stacked Lisbon team. A great day here at Oak Hill High School. 58 degrees. There isn't much for wind. 3 umpires today, so the field will be well covered. And here comes Landon Landry to start things off. Landon's the leading batter in this Madison team. She's hitting .579 on the seasons, 4 doubles, 4 triples, couple of home runs. She leads in that department as well. 13 RBI. She'll be the first batter up against Ashlyn Donahue. Donahue ready, and we are underway in the MVC title game. First pitch over for a strike. Important thing I've noticed about Ashlyn this year is getting out in front of hitters.
When she works ahead, she can kind of dictate what she wants to do, and she's tough.
0-1 ripped into left field. That's a base hit, and Landon Landry on with a leadoff single.
Yeah, that's not a pitch you want to give to Landon all that often. Up and in really seems to be her wheelhouse. She turned on that nice.
Great contact on that, and she's on first. Arabelle Linkletter coming up now. She's in center field today. She's hitting .404. Leads the team in doubles and triples, 5 and 4 respectively. And her 25 RBI lead the team as well. Landry's got good speed down there at first base, but teams do not tend to run on Halldale very much.
Looking bunt here.
Lily Platt at third base, things show, so she's in a little bit. First pitch is down low. The one thing you'll watch about Halldale, if you haven't seen them much before, is that behind the plate, Zoe Sewell is always looking to take an attempt down at first base.
She is not shy.
Kicked off a runner at third in the contest between these two teams. There is the bunt. Platt has it. And the throw over to first base. Tori Tibbetts is covered. Throw back to second. Did they tag her? They did. A big turn by Landon Landry, and she is picked off. The alert throw from Tori Tibbetts over to Emma Sewell. And there are two away.
That's just a heads-up play. That's a play you see at college a lot. They get that out at first, and they throw behind the play rather than looking third. That's heads-up all around.
So quickly now 2 away for Halldale. Madison's Brooke McKinney coming up the pitcher, trying to help her cause. McKinney hitting .571, second on the team. And lasers that into left field. Right out in quickly. And how big is that out at second base now?
That would have been a run right there.
So McKinney with a single. 2 outs on first, and Lillian Levesque coming up. Levesque's the catcher. Hitting .434. 4 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 22 RBI. And so far, Madison very aggressive at the plate. They've made good contact against Donahue. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Infield and outfield, normal depth, straight away. 1-0. Flare down into right field. It's cut off by Benoit. And that cutoff will hold McKinney at second base, but 3 hits here in the inning for Madison. So now it's Reagan Cowan coming up. Cowan hitting .431, couple doubles, couple triples, 13 RBI. A single by Landon Landry. Arabelle Linkletter tried to bunt her to second base. Landry was thrown out, making a big turn over there. 2 singles by McKinney and Levesque. A swing and a miss from Cowan. Donahue in a bit of a jam. Will be big for her to be able to pitch her way out of it here. That's popped up. A long run for Sewell. Can't make the play. But backed up very well by Tanley Tibbetts. It's a single for Cowan. And the bases are loaded. And that put out at second base, looming even larger now.
Tough play there at short. It's kind of no man's land out there.
One of those hit them where they ain't type of flares.
If you watch Madison batters, they're all up in the box here. They're all aggressive on this. They're not over swinging. They're up in the box, just trying to put bat on the ball, and they're doing it so far.
Haley Paquette, 348, takes ball 1 upstairs. Big test here for the sophomore pitcher. As Madison has been very aggressive here in the first with 4 hits. But nothing to show for it, not yet. That's up to Haley Paquette. Up the middle, there's at least 1, maybe 2. Breaks put on over there at third base. McKinney has scored, it's 1-0 Madison. 4 straight singles for the Bulldogs. And now it's Jillian Bonito. Bonito hitting .405 on the year, 19 ribbies. Haley Paquette just got her 13th. Swing and a miss.
See if Zoe and Ashley can really figure out what they're doing here. See if they've noticed how they're up in the box and being aggressive. See if they get to chase some pitches out of the zone here.
I was going to ask about that if perhaps you start trying to nibble a little bit. And as aggressive as they are, that gets by the catcher, and another run will score. A wild pitch makes it 2-0 Madison. And now the force is off. Runners at second and third. A chance here for Jillian Bonito to really break things open here in the first inning. What a sign of intent from Madison here in the top half of the first. I don't know if you can hear the dugout on our broadcast off to our left, but they're making plenty of noise. Chop down to third. Lily Platt with a throw. It's over the head. 2 runs will score on the error. It's 4-0 Madison. And that's one thing you don't usually see the Bulldogs do, the Halldale Bulldogs that is to give away outs.
Yeah, and that's a play they make normally. I mean, the throw's a little up, certainly a little bit on the catchable side. Usually both of them make that play. The throw's usually down, the catch usually made. Little jitters here in the first inning, I think. Madison coming out aggressive has got them on their heels a little.
Conference as you see over at the mound. Landon Landry led things off with a single. Madison tried to bunt her to second base. Arabelle Linkletter laid the bunt down. Lily Platt the throw to first. And Tori Tippett's covered over there for the out, then threw out to second base to get Landry. Bulldogs had 2 outs. But since then, 4 straight singles followed by that error. And Madison's got 4 runs and a runner at second base. Abby Linkletter coming up. Abby's playing right field. That's hit out to center field. Tori Tibbetts stumbled a bit, but recovered, or Tanley Tibbetts, I should say. That makes the catch for the out, but damage done here in the first. 4 runs from Madison on 5 hits. They have a 4-0 lead with the Bulldogs from Halldale coming to bat next on Munzing Media.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
Strategic Real Estate Services, serving all buyers and sellers. 2 locations, 335 Water Street, Gardner, and 83 Kennedy Memorial Drive, Waterville. From residential to commercial, solutions and strategies that equal results for you. Visit strategicreservices.com or call 485-1105.
Madison with a jump on Halldale, 4-0. They are in front. You take a look at Brooke McKenney out there in the circle. McKenney, 94 innings pitched, 15-1 on the season. Halldale got some runs against her in the first inning up in Madison about a month ago. Got a couple of runs in the first, and they'll need some here today.
We'll see how they respond here. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Zoe Sewell will lead off. Tori Tibbetts and Reba Benoit to follow with Lily Platt if anyone gets on. And to kind of make the point here, Halldale wants that same championship pedigree that Madison does, and this is one of those games where your medal gets tested. See how the Bulldogs can respond after giving up that 4 spot. Zoe Sewell up, hitting .611 on the season. That's her slugging percentage, .481 on the season. Wrong side of the ledger there. Sewell, the sophomore catcher. Set to face McKenney. Chop right back to the pitcher. 1 pitch, 1 out. So sophomore Zoe Sewell followed by a freshman in Tori Tibbetts. Tori playing second base. Tibbetts hitting .478 on the season. Played in all 15 Bulldogs games. Swinging and a miss, and that was blown right by her from McKenney.
Yeah, she was on her heels on that one.
What makes McKenney such a difficult pitcher to face?
That pitch you just saw right there, she can work high, and you got to lay off the speed.
The velocity,
up high.
Velocity on that pitch too, a tough one to bunt. And Tibbetts down to the count 0-2.
She gets you to chase that high pitch, gets you behind in the count. She gets awful tough.
Got 2 strikes now. Tibbetts still showing bunt. Likely pull that back here. And does. Thought about that for a moment, but held off 1-2.
And that's what's tough. When she's got the speed, you got to get started. You got to get started, but you got to hold off on that high pitch.
Look at that release point, too. It looks like it's coming in that when she let that one go lower than it actually was. That's hit down to second base. Regan Cowan on the charge. Makes the play. So 2 up, 2 down for Halldale, and Rita Benoit will come up here. Benoit, the junior right fielder. Sometimes sees action in the circle. Started against Madison last time, not today. McKenny ready. Mackenzie Robbins in a couple steps at third base. Paquette over at first, was coming in a bit too. That pitch strike.
That was a good hold by Rita. That's a pitch she's not going to be able to do a lot with no strikes. Let that one roll.
Skipper for ball one. Slipped out of her hand at the last moment. McKenny not happy about that. She has been good here in the first with 2 outs. And a 1-1 count. Yeah, that's going to be a tough play, although McKenny pounces on it quickly. And they get the out over there at first. A 1-2-3 inning for Madison. They set the Bulldogs from Halldale.
We get a call here.
Okay, so it's a foul ball. Hit Benoit. Now Rita gets second life here. And she is down on the count 1-2. So McKenny will have to throw at least one more pitch to the Halldale right fielder. Same type of thing. And I wrote 1-3 in my scorebook. I guess I don't have to erase it, as that's the way it ends anyway. A 1-2-3 inning for Madison. We played one complete here at Oak Hill High School in the MVC championship game. Madison with a 4-0 lead over Halldale on Munzing Media.
Same thing as always.
That's the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Sit right here.
Feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsus Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsus tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsuspizza.com.
Top of the second here at Oak Hill. 9-1-2 coming up in the Madison order. That's Mackenzie Robbins over at third base. Landon Landry and Arabelle Linkletter. And Brooke McKenny, the pitcher, if anyone gets on. Bulldogs had 2 outs and 2 batters against Madison, but Bulldogs did damage after that with 4 straight singles and a Halldale error to score 4 runs. Got the whole infield over there in the circle right now, as you see, talking to the pitcher, Ashlyn Donahue.
See if they can settle down here defensively.
You won't get all those runs back on one swing, so it's going to be a situation where if you're Halldale, you got to hold the Bulldogs and then start chipping away at that lead. Problem is, of course, when you're looking at Madison, they only have allowed 13 runs all season. 6, though, did come against Halldale. So here's Robbins. First ball swinging, pops that up right field side. Sammy Thornton on the run and won't get there. Kept slicing away from the Halldale senior.
I think Ashlyn actually needs to throw a few less strikes. It's going to sound counterintuitive here, but she's leaving a lot on the plate and they're aggressive. See if we can get them to chase a little bit.
Robbins hitting .294 on the season. A couple of doubles and a triple. That's hit out to center field. Toria Tanley Tibbetts, the dive and the catch. Oh, a spectacular lunge by Tanley Tibbetts.
That's a big girl play right there.
She took a single at least away from Mackenzie Robbins and maybe more if that lunge didn't come up fruitful. That would have rolled to the wall and Robbins could have made a meal out of it. Landon Landry up now, single to lead off the game. Then throw it out at second base, trying to stretch a sacrifice, or at least draw a throw, and succeeded in doing that. But Emma Sewell tagged her out. Landry started the game hitting .579, the leading hitter by average in this Madison team. Let's hit back out to Tanley Tippett again. A little more routine this time, and there's 2 away. Sometimes a web gem like the one we just saw from Tanley Tippett, though, is a way of jump-starting a team. See if it has an effect on the Halldale Bats when they get their swings in the bottom of the second.
And she will be coming up in that inning, too.
And Tibbetts will, in fact, bat second. But still an out to get, and that's Arabelle Linkletter. Laid down a sacrifice bunt last time. Now he's hitting .404 and fouled that one off. Donahue ready for the 0-1. That caught the inside corner. The Halldale sophomore ahead in the count, 0-2.
Nothing hittable here.
Yeah, you want to waste one 0-2. That's pretty good 0-2, but it's topped out to Tori Tibbetts. And that was close over at first, and the speed down the line by Linkletter. It's an infield single. Take a look at that one again, and that close play over at first base. We'll look at that between innings as we have a batter coming up right now, and an important one, too, in Brooke McKinney. So Madison, who scored 4 runs with 2 outs last inning, trying to get some 2-out magic going again here in the second. That's a good first pitch, I think, for Donahue. Not a strike, obviously, but you said throw a few more out of the strike zone.
They got to be close enough to get them to go after it. That's
the one thing, and that high heat, something McKinney's going to lay off. Some hitters will chase that, but Brooks not one of them. That one downstairs, a little closer, but low and in tight. Lily Levesque on deck. McKinney 1 for 1 in this game, singled and scored the first Madison run back in the first. That's a gap shot. That's going to go to the wall. 1 run will score for sure. Rounding third, Ari Linkletter. Will there be a play at third base? There won't be. A triple by Brooke McKinney, her 3rd of the season. And Madison, another 2-out run.
Leaving a lot over the plate here. I know she was down 2-0 there, had to come in, but throwing some fat pitches out there.
Triple number 3 on the season for Brooke McKinney. And now it's Lillian Levesque. Lily a single. Madison catcher 1 for 1 with a chance to add more damage on the scoreboard. That's it out to right field. Underneath that, Rita Benoit makes the catch, and that retires the side, but Madison adds 1 more. Take a look at those Bulldogs. And we'll take a look at that catch out there in center field that started off this inning. Mackenzie Robbins lining it out to Tanley Tibbetts. And here is this web gem. You can see from our angle, too, is a clear catch. And great by Tanley Tibbetts. They did it in the field. The thing now for Halldale is they have to do it now with the bat. Let's take a look at the triple from Brooke McKinney. This drove in the 5th Madison run.
Nothing anybody can do about that one.
Now it's a gap shot. You know, when it left the bat, it wasn't going to get out of here, but there was no way that the center fielder, Tanley Tibbetts, nor the right fielder, Rita Benoit, was going to catch up to that. And Ari Linkletter over at first base had an easy time getting home.
They hit their cut there. They might have had her at 3rd.
So the Bulldogs looking for their first hit. It's already down 5-0. Lily Platt over at third base will lead off. Tanley Tibbetts batting second. Ashlyn Donahue the pitcher. If anyone gets on, Lexi Rideout, the Halldale left fielder. Bulldogs went 1-2-3 in the first. All 3 batters making contact, but all 3 grounding out to infielders. So Lily Platt coming up now, hitting .395 on the season. Her 65th plate appearance of the year. Came into this game just one behind Zoe Sewell. So Halldale's Bulldogs need runs, but again, they have to kind of take the long view of this one.
Yeah, you can't swing at the pitches Brooke wants you to swing at. You got to find pitches you can drive.
So Lily Platt's taking a look out at McKinney in the circle. Here's the first pitch at the bottom of the second inning. That's hacked foul. Platt, a very good hitter. It's been her defense all this season that's kind of drawn a lot of attention.
She is just one of the best all-around players in the MVC, hands down.
Kenny taking her time. Platt showing bunt, but pulled it back. Skips out of the way. And they just went over the shoe tops, 1-1.
Yeah, that's a timing piece for Lily. When you see her with that bat, holding that bat out front in the beginning. In her younger days, she would bunt a little bit more, and now it's pretty much just a timing.
Part of the batting routine.
Part of the routine.
Robbins at third, doesn't think a bunt is coming. She's not moving at all. The 1-1. That's hit right to Robbins. She fumbled it. Will there be a play? Not quite. Lily Platt just beat that out. How's that going to get scored? It was a hot shot.
The bobble, I think that's an error at that third on that one.
I would agree. Robbins did well to stop it, just couldn't hold on to it. Tanley Tibbetts up now. Tibbetts hitting .426. Halldale senior. Made that great defensive play in center field. Let's see if she can follow it up with the bats. That one's down low. Levesque faked to first base. And neither of these two teams allow much when it comes to taking advantage on the base pass. Platt was far off first base, but no one there to cover, so she was able to take that liberty and hop back on that Levesque pump fake. 2-0 now to Tanley Tibbetts. And 2-1 now as that's ripped foul over the backstop. 5 runs on 7 hits for Madison. 1 Halldale error. A couple of those runs unearned. No runs, no hits. 1 Madison error so far. That's why Lily Platt's over at first base.
Tibbetts with a Michael Jackson approach now. 1 batting glove.
That's a strike. 2-2 now. She's being patient, the Halldale senior.
Yeah, I looked at some advanced metrics this week. Tanley Tibbetts and Emma Sewell both see just under 4 pitches in at bat, which is a pretty high average.
Can't be too choosy now, though, against McKinney. The count even 2-2. And it'll stay that way. Tibbetts does not strike out very often.
No, and if I recall, she sees about 3.5 pitches on average after going down to two strikes, which is also a pretty high number. She makes pitchers work.
If anyone's going to get it, though, it might be Brooke McKinney. He's averaging over 2 strikeouts an inning. That's in tight, 3-2. Tanley Tibbetts, as is her custom, not making it easy at all for the opposing pitcher. Bulldogs with a runner already. Love to get the first 2 aboard here in the second, down a 5 spot. And Ashlyn Donahue on deck. McKinney the look, here's the pitch. Right back at the pitcher. Could it be 2? Maybe. There's 1 at second. The turn not fast enough. And Tibbetts aboard courtesy of the fielder's choice.
5 Halldale batters so far. 5 pretty weak ground balls in the infield.
They've not done much with the pitches, that's for sure.
They seem to be a little ahead of everything.
So Ashlyn Donahue up now, the lefty. Donahue, the Halldale pitcher. Ashland hitting .559 on the season. Delivered a big two-run triple in the Halldale 6-1 victory in Madison a couple weeks ago. Ripped it right down the third base line, took a McKinney offering, and just flared it out into left.
Ashland goes opposite field a lot for a left-handed batter.
Probably the best way to approach a pitcher like McKinney with that velocity. That's a strike over the outside corner. 1-1 with one away here in the second. McKinney's delivery. That time, Donahue late. She's down 1-2.
Yeah, she really loaded up. You see a different approach between that, what we just saw to Ashland, what you've been seeing out of Madison so far. She really loaded up, tried to really muscle that ball. Swung right through it.
Let's see what McKinney does with this. She'll try to waste one here ahead in the count. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the morning for Brooke McKinney. There's 2 away. So Lexi Rideout now, the Halldale junior, left fielder. Lexi hitting .490 this year. That's downstairs ball one, a fake to first base.
They're just daring Levesque to throw one down to first there.
Look at these stats for both teams. Batting average numbers pop right off the page at you. Remember, too, though, these two teams have put up these stats against other opponents, not against Madison and Halldale, respectively, playing each other quite a bit. You can expect most of these hitters to be hitting 400 or 500 if they played each other all the time. They're the top of the MVC and here for a reason. Only Monmouth was really close. That's a strike called. 1-2.
It's going to be awfully tough if she gets that call.
That one borderline. First time the pitcher's gotten that today. We'll see if it remains consistent. That's a swing and a miss. And Rideout went fishing and came up empty-handed. 2 strikeouts in the second inning for Brooke McKinney. Bulldogs of Halldale get a base runner, but that's it. We played 2 full here at Oak Hill High School. Madison leads Halldale 5-0 on Munzing Media.
If you want to boost your energy, metabolism, and nutrition, try one of Northeast Nutrition's 85 energizing teas. Fruity, made with natural aloe, stevia, and herbal and green teas. Or have a low-carb 200 to 300 calorie shake for breakfast or lunch. Choose from over 50 flavors like Fluffernutter or Pumpkin Turtle Cheesecake. Northeast Nutrition also has customized protein iced coffees, caffeine-free options for the kiddos, and specialty drinks for athletes. Northeast Nutrition, 599 Main Avenue, Farmingdale. Follow on Facebook at Northeast Nutrition and Energy.
Top of the third here at Oak Hill High School. Halldale and Madison's Bulldogs bring up 5, 6, 7 in the lineup. Reagan Cowan, Haley Paquette, Jillian Bonito, and Abby Linkletter if anyone gets aboard. 4 runs in the first for Madison on 5 hits, 1 run on 2 hits in the second inning. And Reagan Cowan delivered one of those hits, an RBI single back in the first. Sun's starting to break through a little bit here at Oak Hill.
It is trying.
This game was, I wouldn't say in doubt, but definitely something to look at as the week went on this past week, looking at the weather. The early forecast of a deluge yesterday, which really didn't come to fruition. That was, as the week went on, the forecast kept going down as far as how much rain was expected. Got some, but it pulled out of here right around 4 o'clock yesterday, and plenty of time for this game to be played. Wouldn't have been made up either, I don't think, had it not been played, because Madison has a playoff game on Monday. Here's a strike, first pitch to Regan Cowan. And Madison has Old Orchard Beach coming to visit on Monday. Halldale will wait until Thursday. They'll get the winner of Oak Hill, the 8th seed, and number 9, Dirigo. Swing and a miss as Donahue took something off of that one, and Cowan was fooled.
It was 2 straight off speed, it looked like. Halldale very much needs a clean inning here.
8 sent to the plate in the first for Madison, 5 in the second. Lily Platt picks this up, and there's one away. Haley Paquette up now. Paquette, the Madison first baseman, and she singled and scored a run back in the first. Paquette started the day with a .348 average, drove in the 13th run of the season with that single in the first inning. It's fouled away. Good atmosphere for this game here, too. Both teams have had a decent number of fans here, and of course the baseball game played behind us as well. It's a big day here in Sabattis. For a score back there between Lisbon and Mount Abram, but not able to see the scoreboard from here.
Well, I'll go for a walk between innings. How's that?
I would bet anyone so inclined could watch the end of that game. Softball almost always finishes first. Strike three called. Zoe Sewell makes the throw down to first after the bobble. First strikeout by Donahue. There's two away. So it's Jillian Bonito, who reached an error last time, a costly one as well, as it allowed 2 runs to Madison in the first.
And this third out's been the one that's been killing Halldale so far today.
They got the first 2 outs in the first. And first 2 outs in the second as well. And Madison came back to score runs in both cases.
All 5 runs with 2 outs?
All 5. In the first inning, 2 batters up, 2 down, although unconventionally, Landon Landry did get a single. Ended up being picked off at second base, but that didn't deter Madison at all. That's a good pitch by Donahue, and Bonito way in front. She's behind 0-2.
Yeah, you see Halldale adjusting a little bit to the aggressive bats. You've seen a little bit more off speed, a little bit up and out of the zone, getting on the chase. They're adjusting. They got to get going on offense now.
And that's fouled away, and a good piece of hitting by Bonito to stay alive.
One thing about this field is does he eat up foul balls?
That's no fun to go for a walk to pick them up either. The woods are all around. Any foul ball to the right side or behind the backstop's going into the forest. Oak Hill aptly named. You can hear Donahue just a grunt on release, really trying to put some oomph into those pitches.
Still up in the count.
So 1-2 now to Jillian Bonito. Also a member of the Madison basketball team, as are a few of these Madison players. Saw their coach, Al Venziano's here today. The count is full. Nope, 2-2. They took one off. I thought it was 2-2, but 3-2 is up there for a moment. And strike 3, it doesn't matter, as that caught the outside corner, and Donahue strikes out her second of the inning. Halldale needed a clean inning, and they get one 1-2-3. But they need runs now, down 5-0 as we head to the third inning here at Oak Hill High School in the MVC Championship game on Munzing Media.
We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization committed to kids, committed to our community, dedicated to teaching the next generation how to give of their time and talents to make a difference, and supporting those affected by cancer. Bulldog Strong Basketball was established in 2013 when my own mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I saw firsthand her struggles, doubts, fears, and her amazing fight to live. Cancer does not discriminate, and so many of us have been directly affected by the disease. Our basketball family has grown over the past 8 years, and we continue in our mission to provide opportunities like our summer camp, All-Star Showcase, and our 3-day invitational to raise money for those in need. Through competition on the court, we learn so much about how sports can shape our lives in a positive way. We are passionate in what we do. We are proud of our Bulldog Strong family. We are incredibly thankful for the support we have received. Kids, community, and caring for one another is who we are. Remember, no one fights alone.
8-1-2 coming up for Halldale here in the bottom of the third. See the score, Madison with 5 runs, 4 in the first, 1 in the second. The Bulldogs looking to respond. Emma Sewell, Sammy Thornton, and Zoe Sewell up, with Tori Tibbetts to follow if anyone gets aboard. Emma Sewell playing shortstop today, hitting 368 on the season. Takes the ball inside. 361 is where she is.
Another batter that sees a lot of pitches here.
Extremely patient at the plates. Swings at that one, though. A roller down to second base. Regan Cowan makes the play, one away.
How many ground outs to the infield is that?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. We count the error that Lily Platt reached on. So number 6 to the infield, and most have gone to the right side over the pitcher.
And I don't think any of them really hard hit.
No, none. McKenny has been in control, and she's got one away, facing Sammy Thornton, the Halldale first baseman for the first time. The Halldale senior fouls that first base side.
Mark that date down on your calendar. Sammy Thornton swung at the first pitch.
Trying to be aggressive and get the jump on that first delivery from Brooke McKenny. Kenny with a couple of strikeouts. Got them both last inning. That's fouled away, and McKenny ahead of Sammy Thornton, 0-2. State championship 2 weeks from today. Both of these two teams have designs on that. They've won 4 out of the last 5. Halldale last year. That's upstairs. Madison won in 2019, 2018, and 2016. Played for it in 2017 as well. Sky high on the infield. Reagan Cowan's over there again. It's 2 away. So McKenny's gone through the Halldale order once without giving up a hit. 1 base runner. Now Zoe Sewell up. Sewell grounded right back to McKenny, her first time up. Halldale sophomore catcher, seeing McKenny for the second time. Down to third. Robbins unable to pick it up.
She had that one beat even on a clean field, I think.
Yeah, we'll call that one a single because I think you're right.
Before she even got the hand close to that ball, I think she was 2/3 of the way down that bag easy.
I don't know if Zoe Sewell is the fastest runner on this team, but she is certainly in the top 2 or 3.
I think if you ask her, she'll tell you she is.
You don't usually see a catcher traditionally as one of the speed demons on a team. Of course, that's been changing a bit more as time's gone on with the athleticism a lot of the catchers display, and Zoe Sewell's got speed.
I think if you ask Tori Tibbetts, she might question that, but we'll see.
Now, Tori Tibbetts is waiting on deck as the Madison infield for the first time, talking to Brooke McKenny. Halldale with a 2-out base runner in Zoe Sewell. Tibbetts grounded out to Regan Cowan over at second base last time up.
See if they're aggressive on the bases here.
We'll see if they decide to challenge Levesque at all. Tibbetts showing bunts and pulls it back. Offers out the bunt. Sewell a big lead over at first base right after the pitcher released the ball. Levesque making that pump fake down from behind the plate. I'm not sure how serious he is at throwing down there, especially with 2 outs. Well, she'll at least keep an eye on Zoe Sewell. That's chop foul, and McKenny ahead of Tori Tibbetts now, 0-2.
Yeah, 0-2. This is definitely a type of count I would start Zoe. See what happens. You get her thrown out. You get Tori a new count. Leadoff batter next inning is not the worst thing in the world, and good things can happen.
We'll see. If Zoe Sewell is off on the release. Tori Tibbetts, Halldale freshman. Swing in, a miss, and that's strikeout number 3 for McKenny. And that ends the 3rd inning. Madison still with a 5-0 lead after 3 in the MVC championship game right here on Munzing Media.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Rob Kennedy, Tim Sewell back here with you, top of the fourth at Oak Hill High School. The Battle of Bulldogs once again for the MVC Championship. They squared off against each other in 2019 right here. Madison won that game, part of a state championship season for the Madison Bulldogs. And meeting again here in 2022. There was no game in 2020, and last year was Madison and Monmouth as Halldale got the COVID bug and was wiped out of that game, but small consolation for the Bulldogs. They did win the state championship. Abby Linkletter up now. Flew out to Tanley Tibbetts last time up and hits it that way again, but closer to right field. Cut off by Benoit, and that'll hold Linkletter to a single.
That was a nice cutoff by Rita. That ball took a funny hop, skidding off that wet grass out there, and she adjusted nicely to it.
So a leadoff single by Linkletter. She's 1 for 2 now. Mackenzie Robbins up now. She's 0 for 1, but it took a sterling defensive play from Tanley Tibbetts out in center field to get that out to lead off the second inning, excuse me. First LeBlanc, a little conversation with Mackenzie Robbins. They're looking like a pinch hitter or a pinch runner coming in. It'll be a pinch runner. That's Ella Haney who will run. So Ella Haney coming in. She's a freshman from Madison. And she will take Linkletter's place over at first base. So the first change of the game. Linkletter will likely re-enter.
Yeah, I'm assuming to get some speed in the base pass, looking at a probable bunt situation here. I think Madison's got to be thinking they get 1 or 2 more runs, and they might put this one out of reach. So they're going to scratch for that run, I think.
Well, the high water mark this season was 6 twice against Halldale and Monmouth. They won one of those games against the Monmouth Mustangs. There's the bunt. Take it back, but it's a strike. Zoe Sewell, the catcher, taking a look down there at first base, but no one to throw to. Lily Platt and Sammy Thornton at third and first, expecting a bunt here from Mackenzie Robbins. She offered. Now down 0-2. They call that first one a ball?
Call that first one a ball. He's got a 1-1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 1-1.
Bunt still in play here.
So she will still look to lay one down. No mistake on that first pitch. Here's the 1-1. Now it's 1-2. And now you'd think Robbins would likely swing away, but we'll see.
They did a real nice job pitching around that bunt. A few high strikes, a little bit off speed down low.
It didn't give her a very good pitch at all to do anything with. So 1-2 now the counts. To the number 9 hitter for Madison, Mackenzie Robbins, playing third base today for the Bulldogs. That's upstairs. 2-2 now. Ashlyn Donahue, the pitcher, to Mackenzie Robbins. The battle of Bulldogs, Halldale and Madison.
Got to come after here. You don't want to go 3-2 with the number 9 batter.
It's sky high on the infield. Zoe Sewell couldn't gather it in. And that gives a second life to Mackenzie Robbins. Kind of had it and then lost it. So stays 2-2. Sewell back down and ready. Donahue approaching the rubber. Ella Haney over at first base. That's fouled away.
Good at bat going here.
Mackenzie Robbins not making it easy at all for Ashlyn Donahue. Chris LeBlanc said to his batter, don't get caught watching strike 3. And Robbins has wasted a couple of those opportunities to get punched out in a third strike and fouled him off. Here's another 2-2. That one down. Good stop behind the plate by Sewell. That keeps Haney over at first. But as you mentioned, it is 3-2 to the number 9 hitter, Robbins.
Big pitch here.
This could be very big in the story of this fourth inning. That's as good as a bunt. Donahue could not make the play. She beat it out. So 2 singles, now 9 hits on the morning, turned afternoon for the Madison Bulldogs. Almost afternoon anyway. So Landon Landry coming up now. She's 1 for 2, a single in the first. She flew out to Tanley Tibbetts. That was in the second inning.
This is going to be a gut check time here for Donahue.
That's a wild pitch that'll get everybody 60 more feet.
Yeah, she just tried to throw that one too hard.
Donahue's not been in this situation very much, I don't think at all this season. Certainly not this year, a game getting away from Halldale. The Bulldogs running a long winning streak, in fact, 33 straight games. And they are in trouble here. Down 5, and Madison looking for more with nobody out here in the fourth. Down to first, Thornton makes the stop. But only one play, and that's over at first base. Ella Haney's home to score. And Landry grounds out. 3 unassisted. He gets the RBI. It's 6-0. So Ari Linkletter up now. She's 1 for 1. Laid down a sacrifice bunt in the first that turned into a double play. And Singleton scored. The 1 Madison run in the second inning. One away here in the fourth. That's ball 1. Mackenzie Robbins over there at third base knew that Zoe Sewell will take a shot down there. It's not that time. Ashlyn Donahue wants a different softball. And got one from the Halldale dugouts. Linkletter started the day hitting .404. Far and away the RBI leader on this team. Well, not far and away. She had 22 RBIs. Lily Levesque behind at 22. Swing and a miss in high heat.
Got a little greedy on that one.
Yeah, a bit over-eager on that fastball. Wanted to give that a rip. If she had made contact on that, it would have gone a long way. That's hit and caught by Thornton over at first. A good lunge by the senior. There's 2 away. That keeps Robbins over at third base. Thought at first that would get over Sammy Thornton's head, but she made a nice play on that. The ball died a bit.
Yeah, got off the end of the bat. Looked like it was a little hotter shot off the bat than it really was.
So Brooke McKinney up now. She's 2 for 2. She's helped her cause the Madison pitcher. An RBI triple in the second inning. She singled and scored a run. And that 2-out rally in the first inning that saw Madison score 4 times. Lily Platt at third base. She makes the play across the diamond, 5-3, and that retires the side. 1 more run for Madison and a pair of hits. And the Madison Bulldogs with the lead. 6-0 after 3.5 on Munsing Media.
The New England Aviation Academy is Maine's only official service training center and service training partner. NEAA is strategically located at the Brunswick Executive Airport in beautiful Brunswick, Maine, which is on the Atlantic coast and only an hour to the mountains in the western part of the state. The aircraft used by NEAA to train our students and rent to current pilots are all technically advanced airplanes, have the Cirrus airframe parachute system, and are the newest model generation. We train in the best equipment in the marketplace, which not only ensures clients are learning to fly aircraft the industry is utilizing on a daily basis, but also is the safest and most reliable. NEAA's facility at KBXM includes a spacious heated hangar, classroom space, and a private briefing room, which make for an optimal learning experience. So, come fly our 2021 Cirrus SR-20 and experience the Cirrus life.
With where they are in the order.
Where they are in the order is 3, 4, 5, and Halldale is talking with Tim Sewell. My name is Rob Kennedy. Needs to chip away at the lead this inning as it'll start to get late early for the Bulldogs against Brooke McKinney if they can't get some runs back, down 6-0.
Yeah, if you're Halldale, you really want to get a couple here. You want to show that you can get to McKinney, and this is a good part of your order that you got to do it with.
McKinney struck out 3 Halldale batters. She only allowed 1 hit. That was a single to Zoe Sewell. Back in the 3rd inning.
I don't think there's been a ball out of the infield, has there?
There's not. There has not. So Reed Benoit, Lily Platt, Tanley Tibbetts will try to change that for Halldale here in the 4th. Ashlyn Donahue, the Bulldogs pitcher, if anyone gets on. Benoit grounded out to McKinney. Her first time up to end the 1st. The defending state champs down 6-0 to the defending regional champs. We've said that about Madison since 2014. That's a good bunt laid down, played well by Robbins with a throw high, and Benoit will scamper to second base and maybe more. Now she'll hold up there. Would have been close at 3rd had she gone. Now Benoit's down to 2nd. I call that a single and an error. Certainly the error got her to second base.
Error definitely got her to second base.
I'll probably have to call the error all the way around.
I'm not quite sure where she was at when that throw sailed high. It would have been close.
It would have been. Well,
I think it depends on which book you look at today.
We'll call it an error. Lily Platts reached an error last time. She's 0 for 1. The Halldale 3rd baseman. That's down on the infield. It will be trouble. And it's an infield single. And the Bulldogs with 2 aboard, their first 2 at-bats here in the 4th inning. And you said, Tim Sewell, that the Bulldogs needed something this inning. They're on their way, but got to push one or more across.
I think you're going to see Tanley take here. You're going to have 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out.
Lily Platt going to take second base.
That would be the call, I would think.
Fielder awaits the pitch from McKinney. Here it is. And she swung at the first one, fouled it off.
I don't know if she missed a sign there. Platt looked like she was going.
Tibbetts taking a look down at third base. Nobody out here in the 4th for Halldale. Great play at first base. Paquette. Tremendous snare. Won't save the run, but it does get the out, 1 away. Benoit in to score, and Platt now to second base. And it's 6-1. Bulldogs get on the board, and Ashlyn Donahue coming up now.
That runner at second is big in my book. I think we really need that one too here.
I'm with you. I don't think one will be enough for Halldale. Swing and a miss from Donahue. McKinney just blew it by her. Donahue was strikeout victim last time. McKinney struck out 3. Struck out 2 to end the 2nd inning. Donahue was 1. And Lexi Rideout on deck was the other.
She has not had a real comfortable swing yet against McKinney.
McKinney fires. Donahue right now looking overmatched. Like what she did there, though. Went out, regrouped. Climb right back in again.
She's looking for a ball in play now.
And got it and tried to drive it down the line as she did up in Madison.
Yeah, she shortened up there. The first two swings, and I think the whole first at bat, she was really loading up, trying to crunch a ball. She shortened up, put it in play, and almost got the result there.
You kind of see the wheels turning when she stepped out after that 0-2 pitch to kind of refocus herself. Almost put that in play past Mackenzie Robbins over at third. But still an 0-2 counts.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Got her upstairs. Strikeout number 4 for McKinney. There's one away. Oh, two, excuse me, away.
Yeah, you knew that one was coming. 0-2. Tough pitch to lay off.
So Lexi Rideout now, a strikeout victim herself, back in the second. Lily Platt at second base. One more in scoring position for Halldale. They have one already here in the fourth. And miss. Either a little down or a little out. It was close in both areas.
Good
It's a
take.
ball. Yep,
Good
great
take
one
with
to
no
take.
strikes.
Not going to do anything with that pitch. That one's fouled right over here.
These Halldale batters are anxious. I know McKinney throws hard, but they all seem to be way ahead of the pitch.
One and one now. Right out digging in. McKinney wheels and fires. That's fouled. Good contact that time by Rideouts.
Good aggressive swing. Lexi's at her best when she's aggressive.
Some more hard hit balls we've seen today from Halldale, really. Just the wrong direction. So McKinney has a 1-2 count on Halldale's Lexi Rideout. With 2 away here in the fourth. Strike 3 called.
Yep, she knew it.
Rideout did know it. Tried to off Rideout, but it was too late. She's down on strikes. 5 strikeouts now for Brooke McKinney. We played 4 full here in the MVC championship game, and it's Madison with a 6-1 lead on Halldale on Munzing Media.
When I walked through these doors, I was just blown away.
This is insane. It just caught my attention immediately.
This is the first place that I've seen like this decked out. It's pretty sweet.
What's the grand opening for our esports arena? We're talking 1,600 square feet of pure technology.
Like, I'm shaking being here. It's so cool.
There's nothing like it in Maine. We're ahead of the curve here.
It's definitely a big market, something you can make a living on.
I've always had an interest in esports.
So we're treating it like an extension of our athletic program. And then in addition to that, we're starting an esports management degree program.
It's just a different community for me to be a part of.
It really just helps me just be myself. It's just really fun.
This will bring students together. That's what's happening, and that's what esports is.
To me, it's beautiful, and I want to live here.
It's the meat of the Madison lineup coming up now, mostly anyway. Lillian Levesque, Reagan Cowan, Haley Paquette. That's 4, 5, and 6 for Madison. With Jillian Bonito up if anyone gets on. Madison up 6-1 here in the 5th inning. This is big for Halldale. They'd love to get this. A 1-2-3 inning and face 7, 8, 9 in the 6th. All trying to claw back, but that's been easier said than done as Madison's had a base runner on in every inning, except for the 3rd. Which coincidentally were 2 of these 3 same hitters. So Ashlyn Donahue, the Halldale pitcher, hopes to do the same thing. Levesque's 1 for 2. Singleton scored in the 1st inning and flew out to center field to end the 2nd. Madison set the tone with 4 runs in the 1st inning. They did all of that with 2 outs. It was death by 1,000 cuts. A McKinney single, a Levesque single, a Cowan single, and a Paquette single. I think they got 2 more as Jillian Bonito reached on an error. That's to shortstop, Emma Sewell. And there's 1 away. First play over at short that Sewell's had to make on any batted ball. And Reagan Cowan coming up now.
We do not see a lot of balls at shortstop for this Halldale team. Just the way the pitching shakes out.
Cowan an RBI single in the 1st rather, and grounded out 3rd to 1st. Hit it that way again, but foul. Madison really set the tone with those 4 runs in the 1st inning. Kind of put a black cloud over the first base dugout with that. The Bulldogs haven't recovered. Madison's added on 2 more.
Good off-speed pitch.
Very nice changeup by Donahue, and she's up 0-2 to Cowan. Ashland struck out 2. Allowed 9 hits. 6 runs, 9 hits.
Ooh.
And missed inside. 6 runs, 9 hits, 3 left for Madison. Halldale. 1 run on 2 hits. They've left 2. Or 3, excuse me. The 1-2. That's inside as well, 2-2. 3-2, excuse me.
2-2.
No, it's 2-2. Yep, they just added a third one up there, though. I thought it was 2-2.
Ashland really needs an out pitch here.
Last time I trust the scoreboard operator.
They're
burned twice now.
They're always a little shady.
That's hits into the woods. And 2-2 the count remains.
It's one thing Ashland's really been lacking a little bit today is that out pitch. She's gotten where she needs to be at times and then just not had that pitch to put them away. She needs that here.
And she's been ahead in the count quite a bit, too. You're right. Just hasn't been able to finish the job. A lot of that credit goes to Madison for battling. As Cowan has, and now it's 3-2. Haley Paquette on deck. She's 1 for 2. Over in front of the Madison dugout with a bat on her shoulder waiting. Here's the payoff pitch. Good change up and a great piece of hitting by Cowan. Sewell had to get on a horse to make the play, but did. So 2 outs. And Paquette coming up. Paquette a strikeout victim last time in the 3rd inning. Also singled and scored. Came across with the 4th Madison run of the 1st inning. Also an RBI, her 13th of the season. That's low and inside, ball 1. MVC baseball game going on behind us. They're in the 4th inning. No score between Mount Abram and Lisbon. True heavyweight fight going on in baseball. Out to left field, Lexi Rideout coming in and will get there. Had to get down to her knee to make the catch, but did so, and Halldale gets a very much needed 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, none left for Madison, but the Bulldogs still lead Halldale 6-1 after 4.5. To the bottom of the 5th we go next at Oak Hill High School on Munson Media.
Late jump on that one.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their health care just didn't cover it.
I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
Halldale's 1-2-3 inning. Gets them up in the bottom of the 5th and was set up by this play by the left fielder, Lexi Rideout. 2 web gems here in this contest, one by Tanley Tippett, and the Halldale junior had one herself. We're about to show you. You'll see it here, go right to left field off the bat of Haley Paquette. She got a late jump on that or not, but she recovered.
A little bit of a late jump. Looked like it was coming off the bat a little hotter than I think it did, but she recovered it for sure.
And got there actually in plenty of time. I don't think she realized that she had caught up to it so well.
I think the dive was more of a slowing down her momentum.
I
She got
so
there
too.
quick.
Seeing it again, it looked like she just put the brakes on a bit, and she was there. Emma Sewell up now. Halldale's shortstop, a senior. Grounded out to Cowan at second base, her first time up to lead off the 3rd. Bulldogs got 1 back in the 4th, but they're still down by 5, Halldale is. And that one missed down. Ball 1. Brooke McKinney has thrown every pitch on the season for Madison. Here's another. That one a strike. McKinney struck out 5 Halldale batters. She's only walked 11 all season and none here today. Up to 194 strikeouts. Off speed pitch, and that didn't fool Sewell at all. Eight, 9-1 for Halldale. Sewell, Thornton, and Zoe Sewell. And a swing and a miss, and the couch levels at 2.
A little bit of a late swing.
2 teams here, number 1 and 2 in the C-South Heels. If they do meet again this year, it's going to be down at St. Joe's. That one missed. Count is full. Halldale number 1, Madison number 2, Monmouth, Maranacook, and Sockeby round out the top 5 in Class C South. No one's undefeated in the North. Bucksport and Matanocook, 15-1. They're the top 2. Sumner, Narraguagus, and Orono, 3, 4, and 5. The payoff is ball 4 upstairs, and Halldale with the leadoff runner on for the second straight inning.
Yeah, that's what you need here. Doesn't matter how you get on, you just need base runners.
Sammy Thornton out now. She popped up Regan Cowan's way over at second base, her first time up. Senior first baseman facing Brooke McKinney for the second time.
Got to avoid a double play here for sure.
Thornton shows bunt, lays it down, won't be a double play. And the sacrifice executed well.
All right, we said you wanted one batter on here. Got a runner in scoring position out of your 8-9, 1 out.
Emma Sewell on second base now. Zoe Sewell coming up. Zoe's the Halldale catcher, the sophomore, 1 for 2. Bounced out to the pitcher McKinney, her first time up to lead off the game for Halldale in the bottom of the first. Single in the third. One of just 2 Halldale hits to this point. He takes a strike. Madison with 4 runs in the first, added on 1 in the second, 1 more in the fourth. Halldale answered back with 1 run of their own in the bottom half of the fourth inning. That's been it so far. Bunt laid down, and Sewell might leg this one out, although she showed a bit too much, and a run scored, perhaps, yes. Sewell to second base, there's no one there for the throw.
Make things happen. Speed kills.
So a single and an error brings a run in for Halldale. And the Bulldogs, with 1 out, have a runner at second base. The sisters traded places, Zoe with Emma. Emma came in to score.
Not trying to manifest anything here, but 6-1 was the score in that first Monmouth game. Monmouth came back with 5 runs late in the game to tie that one up. Maybe I'm trying to manifest something a little bit here.
You absolutely are. And as such, I'll unfortunately have to remind you how that game ended. For our Madison fans watching, the Madison Bulldogs knew that they did come back to win that game eventually, but you're right, that lead did evaporate. And Halldale does have the skill to maybe get back in this game, but Madison, I'm sure, very much aware that leads can slip. 1 out here in the 5th, Tori Tippett's up. A Halldale freshman 0 for 2. Struck out her last time up. That ended the 3rd inning. She also grounded out to Cowan at second base. And takes a strike. Zoe Sewell with excellent speed down there at second base.
I would argue these two are as fast as anybody in this conference. These two here.
The offer is a strike. Now listen, she got a bit of the bat on that. Not that it mattered, as Lillian Levesque behind the plate made the clean catch. Either way, it's 0-2. Tippett showing bunt again. Robbins aware at third base. Strike 3 as that was foul tipped into Levesque's glove. No doubt there was some contact, but once again, Levesque held on. And Tippett's a strikeout victim for her second time today. McKinney struck out 6. So that's Rita Benoit now. Benoit's 0 for 2. She reached on an error and scored in the 4th. Also grounded out to McKinney to end the first. Swings late on that one, 0-1.
Loading up, got to wait off her back foot on that one. That was not the swing Rita really wanted there.
Talking about speed, though, the first 3 batters for Halldale all have exceptional speed.
Yeah, you don't really say Rita's slow, but she might be in third compared to those other 2.
It's thrown down to second base, but luckily for the Bulldogs, the Halldale Bulldogs, that is, there's no one covering second, so Zoe Sewell could get back after that snap throw by Levesque. Robbins was just dying to throw that down to second, but no one was there.
I'd do the same thing here, get her started here again, 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Rita Benoit. Levesque looking for strikeout number 7, McKinney, and gets it. So the Bulldogs threaten. They do get a run, but McKinney ends that threat with a couple of straight strikeouts. And it's 6-2 after 5 full innings here in the MVC championship game from Oak Hill High School on Munsing Media.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
Allendale's pulled a couple of runs back since falling down 6-0 after 3.5 innings. They still trail Madison by 4, 6-2. 7-8-9 coming up for Madison. Jillian Bonito, Abby Linkletter, Mackenzie Robbins. Back to the top we go. If anyone gets on, that'll be Landon Landry. Bonito, a strikeout victim to end the third inning. One of 2 strikeout victims today for Ashlyn Donahue. 9 hits so far on the morning, now afternoon, for Madison. 5 of those came in the first inning when they set the tone for this game by scoring 4 times. Although 2 of those runs unearned. Allendale does not usually give up extra outs or runs. They did in that first inning, and those 2 runs looming pretty large now in a 6-2 game that might be a bit closer if not for that. And that's a bouncer and ball 1 to Bonito. Jillian hitting .405 to start the game today, 19 RBI. She's the Madison left fielder. That's downstairs as well. Bonito taking her time, now she's ready. The 2-0 from Donahue. Way upstairs, 3-0. Bonito likely taking all the way here, up 3-0. Showing that bunt, but she has no intention of hitting the ball. That's a strike. She'll take that. Now she's ready to swing away. And does late. And that was an afterthought type of swing. I think she was saying, hold up, hold up, hold up when the ball was in the air, and then just at the last minute changed her mind.
They all love that high heat.
Donahue will take that. A bit of a gift by the Madison left fielder. That's 3-2. Donahue does not take advantage, as that time Bonito did take all the way. On a high pitch and a leadoff batter aboard. Bonito trots down to first. Abby Linkletter coming up now.
Boy, not the way you want to start an inning with 7-8-9 coming up.
Linkletter had a single last time. She was replaced by Ella Haney, and Haney scored the 6th Madison run. Showing bunt, offers. A throw down to first base, diving back Bonito. It's been a tough play for Tori Tibbetts to make, coming over from second base. Zoe Sewell behind the plate. Took a stab anyway. Linkletter behind in the count, 0-1. Ripped out to center field. Tibbetts plays it on the hop.
Got her.
And close at second base, but Bonito just got there. Tibbetts came up firing. Linkletter's now has a multi-hit game. She's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. So the first 2 aboard here in the 6th for Madison as they're looking to add some insurance. Mackenzie Robbins up now. Robbins a single last time up. Flew out to center field. Tanley Tibbetts made a tremendous play on her. That's back to Tibbetts as well. She has to back up for it and it won't get there. That ball rolls to the fence. At least one will score. They'll put the stop sign up over at third base. And it's a double for Robbins and another RBI.
Tibbins was playing in on that one and got burned.
So 2 RBI today for Mackenzie Robbins. She had 1 in the 3rd inning and 1 in the 6th. 7 RBI on the season coming in, and she's added 2 to that total. And nobody out here in the 6th. A walk, a single, and a Robbins double. Rita Benoit coming in from right field.
Heading out to warm up.
Lucy Gray has gone out there to take her place, and yeah, Rita Benoit might see some action. So Lucy Gray, the Halldale freshman, out there in right field. The immaterial, probably at least for now, in the batting order, as Benoit was the last one up in the 5th for Halldale, so not that she wouldn't re-enter, she probably would. And we'll see how much longer Donahue goes in this game. As a walk, a single, and a double by the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Madison.
Not the way you looked at that inning to set up.
And not at all the way it can play out for Halldale if they have hopes to get back in this game. That one just missed on Landon Landry. Landon's 1 for 3. She singled and was picked off in the 1st inning, flew out to center field in the 2nd. And bounced it out to Sammy Thornton last time up. That's a strike, 1-1. The Madison's Bulldogs can feel this. You can feel the energy coming from their dugout and their fans right behind us.
Yeah, they're about 1 big hit from really breaking this open, and they got 3 chances at that 1 big hit coming up here.
In the right part of the order to do it. That bounces past Sewell at shortstop. 1 run in and make it 2. They score all 3 of their 7, 8, 9 hitters. And the lead now 8-2. And still nobody out here in the 6th inning.
I think that was going to be a base hit regardless. I think 1 run was going to score, but she keep that ball in the infield to keep that other run from scoring.
So a single and a couple RBI for Landry. She's over at first base, and Arabelle Linkletter up now. She's 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the 2nd inning. Lined out Thornton, her last time out at first base. Takes a strike here. Sewell gunning down at first base. Landry knew that was coming and dove back. Downstairs 2-0. The 9 runs far and away, the most the Bulldogs have been up this year. In fact, the high water mark on the season for Halldale was 4. Telstar got 4 against them, so did Winthrop, but isn't that a bit deceiving, the Winthrop game? That came later. Madison has brought the bats today. Here's ball 4.
I think that's the most runs since that Sacopee loss. Way back.
That's the last time Halldale lost a game. All the way back to 2019. Nobody out here in the 6th. Brooke McKinney with a chance to add insult to injury. And really help her cause. Not that she's needed much help with her pitching performance today. That's a ball. Jillian Bonito led off the inning with a walk. Abby Linkletter singled her to second base. Mackenzie Robbins drove 1 home with a double. And Landon Landry plated more with a single. That's hit out, and a attempt by Tibbetts over there. She couldn't reach it. McKinney a single, her 3rd hit of the game. She's 3 for 4. And the bases are loaded for the cleanup hitter, Lillian Levesque. Levesque 1 for 3. She singled and scored in the 1st, flew out to Tibbetts to end the 2nd, and grounded out to Emma Sewell last time up.
Well, they're in just a little bit. They need outs here.
And that's fouled away.
They need outs, but they got to watch that scoreboard if they want to play a full 7 here as well.
That's the other thing, too. The 10th run sitting over there at first base, and the person of Brooke McKinney. Of course, the Bulldogs get a chance to answer back in the bottom of the 6th as the home team. But you're right, that's something to be aware of. Chance of coming back, cut in half from 6 outs to 3 if more Madison runs score, if all the runners on base come around. And Levac rips it to right field. And the catch made out there. Lucy Gray on the catch, but the runners advance. 1 comes in, maybe 2. And the second will score. The Bulldogs held on to the ball and kind of got a taste of their own medicine. Halldale loves to run on teams who are hesitant in the field, and Madison turned around and did the same.
Yeah, the overthrow of the cut really led to that run.
So sacrifice fly scores the run. And 1 out here, runners at second. And the batter coming up, Reagan Cowan. That 10th run is Brooke McKinney, who's down at second base now.
Benoit looks ready. Back in the dugout now.
Cowan 1 for 3. RBI single in the first. Right to second base. Nice catch over there by Tori Tibbetts. And there's 2 away. And that keeps the 10th run for Madison right there at second base. Most likely, Brooke McKinney would have come around to score had that gotten out to Lucy Gray in right field. It was a hot shot, so potentially Bulldogs would have had a play, but it's moot on that Tibbetts catch. Haley Paquette now 1 for 3. Singleton scored in the first. Fouls that off. Right back at the camera behind the plate. Paquette with the 13th RBI of the season back in the first. Kind of got the feeling it was Madison's day when they started off the game with a 4 spot. That's a ball. No appeal as the field umpires over at second base and wouldn't have had much of a look at it anyway. So 1-1 now the count to Haley Paquette. As Madison's batted around here in the 6th. Sewell at shortstop. Comes up firing and makes the play, and that retires the side. But 5 more runs for Madison in the 6th inning. And Madison's Bulldogs lead 11-2 on Halldale as we head to the bottom of the 6th in the MVC Championship game on Munzing Media.
Strategic Real Estate Services, serving all buyers and sellers. 2 locations, 335 Water Street, Gardner, and 83 Kennedy Memorial Drive, Waterville. From residential to commercial, solutions and strategies that equal results for you. Visit strategicreservices.com or call 485-1105.
Same thing as always.
That's the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Sit right here.
Bottom half of the 6th here, Lily Platt, Tanley Tibbetts, and Ashlyn Donahue coming up, and the Bulldogs really in a hole right now, down 9 to Madison. Not the kind of game we expected here. Going into this contest, thinking that either team could certainly win this one with the talent out there on the field, but expected a close one. It just hasn't been that way, and it's really not been that way from the start of things, with Madison scoring 4 runs in the top of the first. Kind of like the coming right out of the corner and landing a solid knockout blow right away. It's stunned the Halldale Bulldogs, and they really haven't recovered.
Yeah, and I think the way the league is set up right now, both these teams have gone long stretches without real meaningful games, and you knew it was going to come down to which one came out ready to play today.
Well, that was Madison, no doubt about that. Lily Platt's reached base both times she's been up. Future Wheaton College player. Reached on an error in the 4th inning and singled. Actually reached on an error in the second inning and singled in the fourth. She's up to lead off the sixth for Halldale. So all the runs so far today have been over here in the softball field. There's a strike from Madison pitcher Brooke McKinney, who struck out 7 Halldale players so far today. Kenny struck out 9 Halldale batters in a 6-1 loss last time. Good speed on that, but off the plate, 1-1. All the runs over here. Last check, it was 0-0 in the MVC championship game for baseball between Lisbon and Mount Abram. It's right behind us here at Oak Hill.
There's a solid shot.
There's a hit for Lily Platt. Singles her last 2 times up, and Halldale with a leadoff batter aboard. And here comes Stanley Tibbetts.
And Dave, not too many bright spots for Halldale. Lily Platt is definitely one. She had a little bit of slow stretch in the middle of the season, early in the season really, and she's really heating up lately.
Platt came into this game batting .395. She's helped her cause out today, going 2 for 3. So 2 multi-hit batters for Halldale. Zoe Sewell's got a couple of hits. Lily Platt with 2 hits, but that's been it so far. 4 hits for Halldale in this game. Those 2 players have them all. Stanley Tibbetts up now. Reaching a fielder's choice in the second inning. Grounded out to first to Haley Paquette last time up in the fourth. Halldale valedictorian is 0 for 2. Lays the bunt down. Nice bunt. It's a great bunt. Can they get her at first? They did not. That was played well over there, but not well enough to beat Tibbetts down the line, and she legs out a infield bunt single, and first 2 aboard for Halldale here in the 6th. So Ashlyn Donahue up now. Donahue's 0 for 2. Struck out both times she's faced Brooke McKinney. Up here now with nobody out, it's important for her to put the ball in play and hopefully advance the runners.
Yeah, you got to play for a big inning here.
Bulldogs have no choice. They're down to 6 outs left, and they're down by 9. McKinney got the outside corner. Up behind the plate, took a long look at that. The snapshot said it caught the corner, strike 1.
I like the long look. Get it right.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. Back when I was umpiring baseball, that was one of the first things they said. You don't have to call it immediately. See it, process it, and make the pitch call.
It is not something you see very often. I think Ashlyn Donahue bunting for a base hit attempt there.
She had room over there with Mackenzie Robbins, not expecting a bunt either, over at third base. But now she's down 0-2. McKinney has come with high velocity to get Donahue last couple of times. Gave her the gas again, and Donahue fouled it off. We haven't seen Brooke change speeds all that much today. She hasn't had to. She's had that fastball working very well, and her location has been dynamite. You don't need to change speeds all that much if you can change location on that heater.
Sometimes why give batters a chance?
Caught the outside corner. There's that location we're talking about. And Donahue down for the 3rd time. Struck out number 8 for Brooke McKinney. Here's Lexi Rideout coming up now. Lexi also 0 for 2. Down on strikes both times. Bulldogs with the first 2 batters aboard, Lily Platt and Stanley Tibbetts, both with singles. A swinging strike on the first pitch.
Very tentative swing.
And one thing McKinney's very good at, too, especially late in games against batters that haven't put the ball in play, is she gets in their head. Now 0-2 on that offer. Oh, 0-2 now to Lexi Rideouts. Right back to the pitcher, McKinney with the play, 2 away. Both runners advance, but the Madison Bulldogs don't mind that with a big lead. They just want the outs.
Yeah, outs are not Halldale's friend right now.
There's two of them here in the sixth inning, and Emma Sewell coming up. Emma heading to play softball at Simmons University. She's 0 for 1. Walked and scored in the fifth. Grounded out to the second baseman, Reagan Cowan. That was back in the second. There's a strike. Kenny with 8 strikeouts today, up to 197 for the season. She'll get 200. If not today, certainly against Old Orchard Beach on Monday. That's fouled away. McKinney ahead in the count, 0-2. To the Halldale senior shortstop, Emma Sewell. Kind of see where that ball went. Right off the backstop, and it just jiggled her camera a little bit. That's why you see a touch of fence there, but luckily it's not obscuring the view. Strike 3 called, and McKinney gets strikeout victim number 9. And that's it for Halldale in the 6th. To the 7th we go. Madison up 9, 11-2 in the MVC championship game on Munzing Media.
The New England Aviation Academy is Maine's only official service training center and service training partner. NEAA is strategically located at the Brunswick Executive Airport in beautiful Brunswick, Maine, which is on the Atlantic coast and only an hour to the mountains in the western part of the state. The aircraft used by NEAA to train our students and rent to current pilots are all technically advanced airplanes, have the Cirrus airframe parachute system, and are the newest model generation. We train in the best equipment in the marketplace, which not only ensures clients are learning to fly aircraft the industry is utilizing on a daily basis, but also is the safest and most reliable. NEAA's facility at KBXM includes a spacious heated hangar, classroom space, and a private briefing room, which make for an optimal learning experience. So, come fly our 2021 Cirrus SR20 and experience the Cirrus life.
I thank New England Aviation Academy as our sponsor. It's the the Madison Bulldogs flying right now over on the softball field. The Lisbon Greyhounds have a lead over on the baseball field. 2-0 is the score.
Middlesex.
And that's a fast-moving game, just 2-0. It's the middle of the 6th innings. They're not too far behind us. I'd kind of expected to be able to watch a bit of that game, but potentially not. Jillian Bonito, Abby Linkletter, Mackenzie Robbins all coming up. So once again, 7-8-9 in the Madison lineup. That worked out just fine for them last time as all 3 reached base. Bonito fouls that off. She's 0 for 1. Strikeout victim in the 3rd, one of 2 Donahue strikeout victims. She walked and scored last inning in the 6th. 4 runs in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 more in the 4th. And really the big blow, that 5-run 6th inning. Right up the middle of base hits. Bonito with her first hit of the game. And the 14th hit of the afternoon now for Madison. They have had the bat on the ball against Ashlyn Donahue. Abby Linkletter is a good example of that. The Madison right fielder's 2 for 3. Singled her last 2 times up and scored both times. So we're going to miss that time. To throw down to first. Close, but Bonito got back. Linkletter also flew out to Tanley Tibbetts in center field to end the 1st inning for Madison. But the damage by that time was done. Madison scored 4 times in the 1st. The 0-1 to Abby Linkletter. And it's 0-2 as she fouls that over the backstop. Madison trying to end a Halldale 33-game winning streak. Although official, I guess, it would still continue because this is not a countable game when it comes to records. And that's ripped to the gap. Cut off very well, played well out there. Throw to third base, not in time. Down to second, Linkletter.
7-8-9 again here.
7-8-9, just like last time, the bottom of the order, doing damage against Halldale. So Linkletter now with hits her last 3 times up. Mackenzie Robbins is swinging a hot bat as well. A double last time in an RBI. She singles back in the third. That's fouled off. Madison, the visiting team here, the 10-run rule no longer matters. Caught at shortstop, should be a double play, and it is. Emma Sewell went down to make the catch, and that froze Bonito, who was about a third of the way down the line, as you saw, and quickly two away.
You've probably got, in my opinion, the two best defensive shortstops in the conference right here with Landry and Sewell.
And Sewell putting her glove on display at that time. And Lily Platt right there for the throw at third base. A two-away now. Speaking of Landry, here she is. First pitch, a strike from Ashlyn Donahue. Landry's 2 for 3. Let's take a look at that replay on the line drive.
Full extension, right? Came up quick and through, and uh-oh.
That's it out to right center. Over quickly to make the catch. Is Rita Benoit back out there?
That was Lucy Gray.
That's Lucy Gray still out there, yep. So Gray over there to make the catch, and that will retire the side. But Halldale has got some work to do, to say the least. Last chance time for Halldale in the MVC Championship game coming up next on Munzing Media.
We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization committed to kids, committed to our community, dedicated to teaching the next generation how to give of their time and talents to make a difference, and supporting those affected by cancer. Bulldog Strong Basketball was established in 2013 when my own mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I saw firsthand her struggles, doubts, fears, and her amazing fight to live. Cancer does not discriminate, and so many of us have been directly affected by the disease. Our basketball family has grown over the past 8 years, and we continue in our mission to provide opportunities like our summer camp, All-Star Showcase, and our 3-day invitational to raise money for those in need. Through competition on the court, we learned so much about how sports can shape our lives in a positive way. We are passionate in what we do. We are proud of our Bulldog Strong family. We are incredibly thankful for the support we have received. Kids, community, and caring for one another is who we are. Remember, no one fights alone.
Madison spelling another MVC championship. They have a 9-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th, 11-2. They got out in front early with 4 in the first inning and have never looked back, and instead just hit the accelerator. Sammy Thornton due up to start for Halldale. On the top of the order in Zoe Sewell and Tori Tippett. Rita Benoit if anyone gets on. Thornton's 0 for 1. Laid on a successful sacrifice bunt her last time up. First time she flew out to second base. Reagan Cowan making the play over there. Kenny ready. She struck out 9. Allowed just 5 hits. That's flared down the line. It's a long run, and they won't get there. That's hit number 6 is Sammy Thornton on with a leadoff single.
You know, you're Halldale, you ultimately want to come back and score 9 or 10 runs here. But going out with a little bit of a bang would not be the worst thing in the world. I'm not a big fan of the good loss theory, but
I think the Bulldogs will take this as a good loss at all, regardless of the score. 3-2 would not be a good loss for Halldale against Madison. This is the program they're looking to dethrone. Did last year when it comes to state championships, but today it's been all Madison. Zoe Sewell's 2 for 3. Couple of singles. She grounded out to the pitcher McKinney. Her first time up. That's hit out to right field. Abby Linkletter's there. There's one away. They'll bring up Tori Tibbetts. Tori's 0 for 3. Strikeout victim her last 2 times up. She went down to Cowan, her first time as well, grounding out to second base. We'll talk more about this in the post-game show, just as far as what this game might mean heading into the playoffs. Tibbetts misses on the bunt attempt, and Thornton skips back to first. Lucy Gray on deck. That one's upstairs. So Lucy Gray will get her first at-bat today after coming in and replacing Rita Benoit, who Halldale took out to warm up a bit. She did not enter the game. That bunt popped up and lands. But the play at first base, not in time. A bunt single for Tori Tibbetts. And runners at first and second now with one away here in the seventh. That's Lucy Gray's turn. Lucy coming into the game, hitting 308s. This is at bat number 14 on the season.
Just a freshman.
A pretty good balance on this team between the classes. Bunt attempt to miss. Strike one. Zoe Sewell and Tori Tibbetts. Freshman and a sophomore. Rita Benoit's junior. Four seniors in the lineup today for Halldale starting the game. That's up high. 1-1. Lily Platt, Tanley Tibbetts, Emma Sewell, and Sammy Thornton, the four seniors. Here's the 1-1 to Gray. Showed bunts. It's inside, 2-1. That's laid down. The one play is at first base, and Paquette makes that to Reagan Cowan covering, 2 away. So Gray lays down the bunt. There's 2 away. Runners at second and third now. And it's Lily Platt coming up now. Lily's been a tough out. She's reached base all 3 times. First time via error, but singles her last 2 times up. There's 2 away. Madison, 1 out away from another MVC crown.
Tough call there.
Eight in a row, I believe. There's a strike, and Lily Platt now down 0-2. Madison 1-14, 15-16. 17, 18, 19, and 21. No game in 2020, of course. Have they won it again? Not yet. It's up the middle.
That'll score 2.
And 2 will come around to score as Cowan tried but could not keep that in the infield. So Lily Platt's got 3 hits and a couple of ribbies. Tibbetts around to score. Sammy Thornton came in as well. And now it's Tanley Tibbetts coming up. 11-4 the score. Tibbetts is 1 for 3. Single in the 6th. Grounded out to first base. Also reaching a fielder's choice in the 2nd. Reagan Cowan almost had that over at second base. Not quite. Won't get this one either. Tibbetts a base hit. Platt will hold at second base. Halldale breaking out the bats here in the 7th. Too little too late, but I think this is more looking ahead to the playoffs and going out today with some pop.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for at this point. 2 down, 7 runs is a tall order.
Ashlyn Donahue now. Big confidence at bat for her as she's 0 for 3. Has been retired on strikes all 3 times. That's outside ball 1. Ashlyn had that big RBI triple in the Halldale victory. 6-1 up at Madison. And surprisingly enough, neither of these 2 games between these 2 very closely matched teams were close. The Madison contest closer as Halldale broke that one open later. Madison has been in control since pitch 1 today. McKinney's 1-1. Fouled away, and once again Halldale now down to their last strike. McKinney would love a punch out to make it number 10. And 199 on the season. If she gets it, it'll be an MVC winner. Swing and a miss. It is strikeout number 10, and it is another MVC title for the Madison Bulldogs. Once again, queens of the conference. They win today by the score of 11-4. 11 runs on 15 hits for Madison. They made a couple of errors. Halldale with 4 runs. They had 5 hits coming into the inning. They added on 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5 runs on 9 hits. Halldale made 3 errors today. Now these two programs.
Don't feel like cooking
So
dinner?
much respect
Call
for
Capsa's
each
Pizza
other.
in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread.
Blue, who will get the trophy. We'll take a short break perhaps and come back for that trophy ceremony, Rob Munson. We'll do that. And when we come back, we'll see that trophy ceremony here at Oak Hill High School. Final score 11-4. Tim Sewell and I back to recap right after this on Munson Media.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
Here are the victorious Madison Bulldogs with the MVC trophy. The name Madison appears on it over and over and over again, and they'll add one more Madison Bulldogs plate as they celebrate the 2022 MVC championship. They got out early with 4 runs in the first inning, added 1 more in the second, another one in the fourth. Halldale came back to make it 6-1 after 4 with a big inning. That 5-run 6th inning put the game out of reach and really kind of deflated any hope that Halldale had of coming back. Not that the Bulldogs didn't try. They scored a couple of times in the 7th to put 2 more on the board, but that hole just too big to dig out of. Now, this game doesn't have any impact at all on the heel points. Doesn't impact the playoffs overall, but what might impact is confidence. What happens with both these teams? What do they both take going forward with them, Tim Sewell? You've coached quite a bit of softball and have seen your share of wins like this and defeats.
Well, Madison knows they can beat anybody now. I mean, they're one of the best teams in Class C. They got kind of get over that hump after losing 3 straight to Halldale. They know they can contend. Halldale's got to walk away from this knowing that they probably played their worst game in the past 2 years. Fundamental softball, which is normally one of their strong suits, is where they struggled. They've got plenty to build on here. A little bit of a wake-up call heading into playoffs. Not the worst thing in the world. Not the way you want to start it out, but they can build off of this.
Halldale's got a little bit of a break. They have a first-round bye, and they await the winner of Monday's contest right here. Oak Hill will take on Jericho in what will likely be the last game at this softball field as they're turning this into a field hockey field and moving things back. Let's get our awards out today, and we have 2 sponsors. And as we usually do the last game of the season, we kind of turn these into coaches' awards and allow them to give out the gift certificates. First for the Capsa's Pizza Player of the Game. That'll be determined. That one Halldale player will get a free 10-inch one-topping pizza at Capsa's Pizza. We thank them for their support as they have supported the Halldale Bulldogs and Gardner Tigers all year long in the fall, winter, and spring. We also have the Northeast Nutrition and Energy High Energy Player of the Game as well. And that'll be awarded by the Halldale coaching staff. Steve Aceto will make that decision. And we thank them as well for their sponsorship of the Bulldogs and Tigers, starting back in September in the soccer season and going all the way through now. So the Halldale Bulldogs, 15-0 on the year, get their first blemish, although it won't show up in the score sheet. Madison wins their 16th game of the season, getting a bit of revenge against Halldale, who knocked off Madison up in Madison 3 weeks ago today. So heading into the playoffs, Madison will play on Monday. They've got number 15 Old Orchard Beach coming up. And if these two teams meet again, it's going to be once again on a neutral site. It'll be down at St. Joe's on championship week in the regional finals. They won't be able to play before that as Halldale the 1 seed and Madison the 2 seed. Looking ahead into the playoffs, any surprises, any chance of anybody besides Halldale? I mean, I'm sure there's a chance, but how big of a chance will there be for a team to not be Halldale or Madison and play for that trip back to a state championship game?
Well, there's a few teams neither one of these teams have seen with Sockopee and Maranacook. Maranacook hits the ball well, pitches fairly decent. Sockopee's got a pretty tough pitcher. You know, a pitcher can get hot in the playoffs. And Monmouth show that they can hang with either one of these teams. Monmouth has definitely got a real solid pitcher and a good lineup. excellent coach, and they can hang with either one of these two teams, and they've shown it.
Two of those teams you mentioned will likely be Halldale's opponents in 1 week's time. Halldale and taking on, if they do win that game against Oak Hill and Dirigo, they've beaten both teams this season. We'll get Maranacook and Sockopee if things go to form in the bracket, as Maranacook's number 4 and Sockopee number 5. So you'll see a unfamiliar foe. Not the Bulldogs completely unfamiliar with Sockopee Valley. That was the last defeat handed to Halldale before today was to Sockopee in the C-South semifinals. They can meet up once again. Madison will likely be facing Monmouth in that semifinals if you assume that Monmouth gets by Winthrop, which they have already. So you're looking at potentially a very good semifinal matchup in Class C South.
Yeah, it should be good. You know, all 4 of those teams have quality pitchers, and it's gonna be an interesting battle.
Looking very much forward to the Class C's playoffs, both in the North and the South in softball and the state finals in a couple of weeks. So that'll do it for us. My name is Rob Kennedy. Tim Sewell along with me today. Also want to thank our producer, Rob Munzing, and our cameraman, Chris Wheeler, on this broadcast. Oak Hill High School, one last time from this field. The final score today, 11-4 victory for Madison over Halldale. The Madison Bulldogs are your 2022 MVC softball champs, and you watch it right here on Munzing Media.